So when you really look at housing, the core issue is actually pretty simple. It's fragmentation. A typical home is dozens of raw materials and a sequence of trades that are all kind of layered together in a way that was never really designed as a system. And it ends up being slow, expensive, unhealthy, unsustainable, and fundamentally inefficient. So for us, the question wasn't, how do we improve housing? It was, what does it look like if you designed housing as a fully integrated system from physics first principles? And that's really where we start, materials and geometry. Instead of hundreds of parts, we move toward one. It's a single bioceramic panel that does everything at once. The structure, the insulation, the exterior cladding, the interior finish, the waterproofing, the fire resistance is all combined into one integrated component. And the input is powder and fiber and water, right? Raw minerals, not other building products. So we're essentially mimicking how nature builds. It's like bone. It's a composite material that is formed at ambient temperatures where structure and function are really one thing. So when you combine the ingredients in the right way, you get a bioceramic composite mineral structure, and that it's structurally very robust, it's non-toxic, it's biologically compatible, and it's capable of lasting for hundreds of years. So instead of sort of assembling complexity, we're really forming something that's greater than the sum of its parts. And once you do that, everything downstream starts to really simplify. The supply chain gets cleaner, the factory process becomes repeatable. You're not building a one-off house every time, you're producing a system. And then on site, it's one crew doing the installation from start to finish. It's not a chain of subcontractors, and most of the inspections then happen in the factory instead of on site. So permitting moves much faster. We've really worked through the regulatory side too, getting the factory built housing approval in California, which is, the most stringent state. But honestly, there's a second order to home building that matters just as much. And it's not something people usually talk about. It's not just, does it stand up and look good? But what does it actually feel like to live inside? The way the bioceramic dome just holds temperature, it feels stable, almost like radiant. The way sound moves is quieter, softer, less echo. The way the structure relates to the environment, it's naturally regulating moisture and air and energy like a modern natural home. And a lot of that comes from the material itself, and a lot of it comes from the geometry. There's a kind of equilibrium to it. It feels different inside, calmer, more coherent. So the goal isn't just a better way to build houses, it's really creating a fundamentally better living environment. And then zooming out even one more level, we're also rethinking the experience around housing itself, because that's fragmented too. Today, it's developers and banks and builders lead, and the customer is basically stuck with what they build. And community is like an afterthought at best. So what if we flip that script and started with people first? Communities forming first, and then homes getting built that reflect the vision of the community. So when you put it all together, it's really about integration across the entire system. Materials, geometry, manufacturing, installation, regulations, and the human experience of what a home and community feels like. It's not one breakthrough, it's just stepping back and designing the whole thing as one system, really for the first time.